So you're thinking about making the switch to an electric car? Well, you've picked an exciting time. The EV market in India is just buzzing with new options. We're going to help you cut through all that noise and figure out which electric car is the perfect one for your life.
It's the big question, isn't it? The thought of a silent drive, no more petrol pumps. It's really tempting. But then you start looking and wow, where do you even begin?
Exactly. New models are popping up all the time, each with a long list of specs, numbers, and features. It can honestly feel like you need to be an expert just to figure it all out.
But hey, don't worry, that's what we're here for. We're going to break it all down, give you a simple way to think about it, and help you find the car that actually fits your life.
All right, and this is the most important step. Before we even talk about specific cars, we need to talk about you. It's all about making your own personal EV checklist.
It really just boils down to these four things. First up, how are you actually going to use this car? Are we talking about daily city traffic or long highway cruises? Second, and be honest with yourself here, how far do you really need to go on a typical day? Third, and this is a big one, where are you going to charge it? Home? Work? And finally, of course, what's your budget and what features are non-negotiable for you? Got it? Okay, let's keep these in mind.
Okay, so with that checklist in mind, let's jump into our first category. If your answer to that first question was mostly city driving, well, this is for you. These are the urban specialists.
For the city driver, we've got three fantastic options here. And right away, just looking at this table, you can see the relationship between the price and the range you get. Let's break them down one by one.
Let's start with the MG Comet EV. You just got to look at that number. A starting price of around 6.24 lakh. That makes it the most affordable electric car you can buy in India right now. And honestly, that alone is a massive game changer for a lot of people.
So who is this car for? Well, if your personal checklist is screaming budget-friendly and short city trips, then this is a serious contender. It's not built for the highway, but for just zipping around town, it's an absolutely brilliant economical choice. Next up, another fantastic option for the city, the Tata Tiago EV. This one finds a slightly different sweet spot between what's in your wallet and what it can do on the road. You know, the Tiago EV is just a solid, no-nonsense, practical car. It offers a little more range than the Comet, and you even get a choice between two different battery packs, so you can kind of pick the one that fits your daily run. It's a real city workhorse.
Now, what if your checklist calls for that perfect middle ground? A great balance between price, practicality, and range? Well, then you might want to look at our next car, the Tata Punch EV. This quote really says it all.
The Punch EV really does hit a sweet spot. You get that popular compact SUV look, a bit more space inside for a small family, and, importantly, enough range to make those occasional trips out of the city totally possible. It's a really versatile pick.
But what if your checklist has highway driving and family trips written all over it? Well, that brings us to our next group of cars, the all-rounders that are ready for the open road.
Here, we're talking about two of the most popular EV SUVs in the country, the Tata Nexon EV and the MG ZS EV. As you can see, we're taking a step up in price, but we're also getting a big step up in range and capability. Let's kick things off with the Tata Nexon EV. The first thing that just jumps right out of you is that number, up to 489 kilometers of claimed range on the higher-end model. That's a figure that does a lot to quiet down that little voice in your head worrying about range.
Okay, now this is a really, really important point for anyone thinking about any EV. There's the official claimed range, and then there's the real-world range. That big official number comes from a standardized test in perfect conditions. But you, in the real world, with the AC on, maybe a heavy foot, you're not going to get that exact number. So for the Nexon, that awesome 489 kilometers often works out to about 320 to 330 in normal everyday driving, which is still very good, but it's so important to know that distinction.
And that's really the best way to think about the Nexon EV. It's just a great all-rounder. It's got a good mix of performance, features, and a practical real-world range that makes it a fantastic choice for someone who needs one car to do it all, from the daily grind to that weekend getaway.
Finally, let's talk about our second all-arounder, the MG ZS EV. Now this one is aimed squarely at those of you who put a really high value on comfort, features, and a bit more space.
If you've got a family or you just spend a lot of time on the highway, the ZS EV is a must-see. It's packed with all sorts of comfort and convenience tech. It feels like a proper, solid SUV, and it has a very capable range. It's really built for comfortable, long-distance driving. So we've looked at the city specialists and the highway heroes. Now, let's bring it all back home and figure out how you can make that final choice.
If you take just one thing away today, let it be this. It is so tempting to just look at the spec sheets and pick the car with the biggest range number. But the best EV for you isn't the one with the longest range. It's the one that takes all the boxes on your personal checklist that we made at the start. In the end, choosing an electric car is about more than just buying a new vehicle. It's really about deciding how you want to drive into the future. By starting with your own needs, your own life, you can feel really confident that you're making the right call for all the roads ahead. So, what's your choice going to be?